This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
The champion, welcome, Danny Batten.
Hey guys, I'm Si. Welcome to A.C.E Podcast Nation. It is fight night here on the channel. This is the Danny Batten Fight Show, episode number 124, powered by Violent Money. Please do check out Violent Money TV on YouTube, the Violent Money products in their store at violentmoney.co.uk, and of course, use the discount code ACE20 for 20% off in store. And don't forget to give them a follow on social media, including the Violent Money Academy, which is the first smart gym in the UK. The facilities there are phenomenal. The coaches, the fighters, everyone involved with the whole company is it's a real growing brand, which is doing very, very well, doing good things for their community as well. So please do check them out. And as always, if you prefer your podcasts in audio form, this series and all the other series produced by A.C.E Podcast Nation, available through the Sports Social Podcast Network. So they're normally up just straight after the live show, maybe the next morning. Sports Social Podcast Network for all the audio versions of our content. But enough with the plugs. Let's get into it. Joining me as ever, first and foremost, he's a former Cage Warriors champion, UK MMA legend. It is none other than Mr. Danny Batten. How are you, sir?
So, listeners, we've got some nice bit of UFC to cover, and I've been looking forward to having this guest on.
Yes, indeed, mate.
Really looking forward to this one.
It's going to be a good one. No Ben this evening, so it's going to be MMA heavy this evening, but that's okay because there's lots to discuss. But first and foremost, I suppose, I'm very much looking forward to speaking to our guest this evening. He's a professional MMA welterweight who has been seen in some of the biggest companies in the world, including Bellator. It is none other than Umer Silver Bullettooth Kayani. How are you, my friend?
Not too bad. Thank you guys for having me. Especially great honor with Mr. Danny Batten alongside. Thank you so much.
Going to give him a big head. They've got to stop it. Got to stop calling him a legend now because he gets carried away and he gets all involved.
I know who's who. Oh, since a young boy till now. So fighting men, especially like Danny, I respect it hugely. They mean more to me than any of these singers and all these stupid people. I do mind language, so I do apologize in advance already. So
man.
People I love and respect are being issued very daily.
Top man. So obviously we just spoke briefly before we started. You've had an eventful day today, shall we say?
Yeah, very, very eventful. Yeah, very. Yeah, I was running late. Obviously, I like a bit of cricket as well, so I had to get to Hemel Hempstead from High Wycombe. So obviously, I've been driving for over 20 years. I'm a very responsible driver. I was on M40, and there's two elderly couple, must be in 80s, on a fast lane, around 70, 80 miles per hour. Everything slowed down. That was like a slow motion. No indicator. Start coming to my lane, second lane. And I thought, is this really happening? I'll be honest with you. And, well, it was real. So as soon as they come near me, literally, clipped my driver's side. The car spun, end up on a hard shoulder. I couldn't remember nothing much personally anyway, because all I done, I pulled a handbrake while I was going through the cars, so I didn't realize. Luckily, I ended up on a hard shoulder. Nothing, no damage, nothing whatsoever. And the old couple come out. The guy was in 80s. Personally, normally I just go for you. I just gonna try to take your jaw off. Obviously, that happened in the past, and yeah, especially in the lockdown, because I was training in Birmingham. There was a one gym available for me. But when I see elderly people, you know, they're like children, basically. To be honest with you, you know, you're not the same no more. So I smiled. I said to him, "Are you okay?" The guy goes to me, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm fine. But if you would have killed me today, a lot of people would be very happy." So just went to Hemel. No issues. No problem.
Just standard day.
Yeah.
Standard day. Well, it's not the first time you've had a brush with a near-death experience, I guess.
Yeah, man, over the years, there's so many. Sometimes people remind me, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, as a very young age, you don't think I had a very abusive childhood as a kid as well. So to me, nothing surprises me, nothing bothers me. Yeah, I just, you know, it's God has been great to me. My Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who I believe, and my mum, obviously, she's there no longer. Even now I speak to her daily. You know, she whispers me in my head to, you know, what to do. And yeah, if she doesn't, then there are a lot of people I got, you know, I want to do a lot of stuff to personally anyway. But yeah, you know, to me,
just make sure you take me off that list. Yeah, Umer, sorry. You know, I followed your Facebook quite intently. You was really quite expressive on there with videos, and you would do talks. You haven't done them so much lately. I'm not too sure why that may be. I don't know whether I've been missing them or you've just been less active.
No.
But I really enjoyed listening to them. I used to always tune in on them.
Yeah, basically, I used to. Yeah, because thing is, recent years since losing my mum, you know, since my mum got ill. Things went, you know, I lost interest overall in everything personally. Anyway, I'm you know, I just prefer my own company for very long, since day one, early days. You know, I got people around me. So I am a lucky guy. A lot of people do love me out there. I got a few friends really. I can say about three real friends, 3 or 4. I will mention as the podcast progresses. Yeah. Plus, I get blocked as well, Danny. I do get blocked.
Okay.
So my account most after 12 months, maybe 7-8 months, I'm blocked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So plus nowadays people are very sensitive. Obviously, they can't take anything you say is offensive.
I know it's got ridiculous on there.
Shocking. 100%. People say a lot of stuff to me over the years. You see me develop, Danny, since day one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I was an avid follower. I mean, I don't know why you never went down the YouTube route. You're creating your own channel. I think this would be great because you might not realize it, but many people that were, you know, tuning in, listening, were really taking on what you were saying, and you always had really wise words. Sometimes your approach was a little strong for many, but I like that because you're not someone to twist anything. You tell the truth, the raw truth, and I like that. And I used to enjoy listening to on that. Why wouldn't you go down that route? Have you ever thought about doing that?
A lot of people do say that to me, Danny. You know, the thing is, I'm just doing my time in this world. Yeah, I'm just passing by. And, you know, my inbox, thousands of messages. You know, some of the messages when youngsters said to me, "I look up to you more than my own father." Messages, very, very like deep messages I get, all the time. And, you know, people share with me everything. Would you believe? You'd be shocked, if you read my messages. But, you know, I keep it inside me, and I do reply back to them as well, and they do get shocked as well, you know, when I reply back to them. You know, to me, I see myself as just another man. I'll be honest with you, but you know, I'm honorable, principle, respect is number one. Money I never cared. I'll be honest with you, you know. But a lot of Asian people, Pakistani people, they always talk about money, which it bothers me. I'll be honest with you. You know, it burns my blood. And, you know, stay away from me. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I'm on a different path here. And and I'm leading my, you know, the young generation on the right path. You know, a lot of people, you know, love me, a lot of people hate me, which is, I'll be honest with you, Danny, nothing bothers me, mate. There's nothing I haven't seen.
I get that impression for sure. But I think that's why the people that love you really do love you, because there's no mucking about with you. This is why I always tuned in, because it was no bullshit. It's just like it's all fact-based stuff and wise stuff.
Every time I see you, honestly, and Lintel myself over the years, and yeah, I get so happy, when I come across you, and other fighters as well, like Louis King and many good fighters out there as well. I've been who are amazing people. I've been to you. MMA community it's been great. I've been to me. I can't remember having personal issue with anybody. I think I have with one guy. I think he's fake. Even now, even I lost to him, I still personally think the guy. Yeah, I will mention him later on. It's no problem. I'll mention everybody. No problem. Literally, yeah. I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you what, Umer. What I'd like to do is kind of talk a little bit about like the early part of your life and the initial sort of how you got into MMA and stuff. But like you mentioned,
MMA chose me, not the other way around. I'll tell you your story, but no problem.
So you mentioned your mum, obviously, unfortunately, no longer with us. No. But like, what sort of tell us a bit about the impact that she had on you as a person, and also like as a fighter. How did she react when she found out you were going to go down that route?
The thing is, I lived in Spain for a few years. I lived in Pakistan, and I lived in England basically. But England has been my main home anyway, because my uncle is from Cheshire. My mum's older brother, she had one younger, and both died now. And he was one of the first amateur boxers from Cheshire in 1983. Okay. So he's all main guys who look up to basically. He's a real alpha male, I'll be honest with you, early on, yeah. So my mom, she even passed me my driving test. She encouraged me to get my jobs, every job I did, and I gave her my word, I will not do no wrong, meaning drugs, alcohol. I kept all that way. I made her very, very proud. But the problem is I had a lot of jealousy against me as well in my own family. The problem was my own family was against me since day one. But I was one of those guys, I didn't see it. I want everybody to do well. Wherever I used to give away. I did not care about money. I wasn't chasing that stuff. MMA literally saved my life. That's not even a joke. People tell all these stories, blah, yeah. No, I nearly got 30 years, I'll be honest with you, yeah? If it wasn't for my mom, but basically she was on dialysis in the end, kidneys issues in the end. And honestly, she survived. She fought, and the kidneys, we had the opportunity to get kidney for her, but the family, they messed up for her, because she was with a good hospital, Churchill Hospital, Oxford, and I was next to kin. 3 times kidney came in, yeah. But my family who are pure evil, beyond evil, the word I cannot describe, yeah. In the end, yeah, she just gave up. Yeah, I remember I was in Pakistan because I had the 2 MMA shows, Lahore to go to, and one in Karachi, because MMA is getting very big in Pakistan, and I'm one of the first fighters ever to compete on like Bullettooth, Cage Rage, UCMA, and all the shows basically. And I've spoken to her, and she mentioned me, and I was a very lucky man to bury my mom, and with my own hands. If it wasn't for her, there would have been I was done and dusted a long time ago. I'll be honest with you. Now, every day is a struggle. Every day is a big struggle between me and you. And I just try to stay away from certain people. I'll be honest with you, because believe me, I don't really, it's few things that are holding me back. Like, I've got a son as well, and he looks up to me very, he does judo, by the way, as well.
That's good.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He's very good. He's up here as well. I'll call him in a bit if you want. Just have a little
chat, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, very, very, very good mannered, and they, speaks very nicely. No mess around with him as well. Discipline.
Yeah. So your situation with your family now? Are you now detached from your family?
Danny, I was alone since day one, mate. Since age 7, I was getting beaten up black and blue, mate. I was getting abused in front of people, mate. Like humiliated, mate. I'll be honest with you. I've never been like knocked out. I mean, I've taken hammers on my head, my knifed up, mate. You name it. There's nothing, like I said to you. You can test me wherever way you want to test me. But thing is, I got love for everybody, basically, Danny. I don't like people suffering, mate. I'll be honest with you. Now, that's why I go out my way to help people out. Since I can remember, I'll be honest with you. I jeopardize my freedom, my life, my health for other people. But loyalty is hardly, mate. I'll be honest with you. I promise you. So-called brothers, there's no such thing. They're brothers only when they need me. My phone rings when somebody needs me, basically. I'll be honest with you. Not around. I can't remember, I'll be honest with you. But still, I got some people, they can do whatever they can do for me, basically, and I do love them as well. One mate is in prison, Cam Raja. Hopefully he's going to be out in November time. He's like a family, and Ali Khan as well. These two people, I consider them my family basically. And a lot of people do say to me, "I love you, I love you, I love you." You know, but my fans, their moms, their sisters, their nieces, they send me messages. "I love you, Uncle Bullet." That kept me going. I'll be honest with you. After my mom died, the support was amazing. I'll be honest with you, especially when I was down. And the Pakistan, that shooting happened, and one of the servants tried to mix. He did mix poison in the milk. Yeah, they tried to poison me to death, and they had that scum, weak, coward police. Even despite 9 with a break.
I remember, Umer. I remember you posted up the videos, and I was really getting quite concerned for you, because there was all these. I mean, the police out in Pakistan are a little bit different from how we see our police here. There was all in military uniform, but you were just you were being really abrupt with them.
No, I know myself, yeah. You know, the thing is, when the more people are, more confidence, yeah. Because I knew, yeah, all I have to do is just touch them up, mate, and I would have broken their bones, joints, everything. I know for a fact, yeah, because it already happened in Islamabad airport when I've smacked up 7-8 people. And there's a guest I wanted to bring in, but he's very shy from Luton. He gave a report in my behalf, like, you know, I was in the right. So, you know, Pakistan police are very corrupt, especially Punjab, Jhelum. That's where I'm from. My mum. And it's all about money, Danny. There's no self-respect, no honor, no among these people. So they tried everything to put me down. But once again, my loyal fan base, there are some good people as well who got connections there as well. And I believe in my God, obviously, Danny. Haven't done nothing wrong. But what haven't just try to take what's mine. And they, you know, but my mum is dead in hospital. My family is worrying about stealing my money, 80,000-90,000 pounds altogether. They're stolen. I don't see somebody else in my place. They would be crying and everything, man. Like I said, money has never been top of my list. But at the same time, I got a son. I'll be honest with you. When my time is up, yeah, I'll make sure, you know, I leave something for him. It's all about my boy anyway. I'm not a lavish type of bloke. I don't even give a shit about a car. I can drive Mike. I can drive whatever. I never cared. I'll be honest with you, Danny. I'll be honest with you, to be honest. And I'm a self-made man. I own nothing to nobody. I'll be honest with you. Literally nothing to nobody. So I wouldn't. So I got a few cases pending in Pakistan as well. Fake one, by the way. So I have to deal with them soon as well. And people who are worried, they go, "Oh, don't go back." I'm not going to go back. I'm going to go head-on collision, Danny. You will see it. That's why I documented everything on Facebook. I had to cover my Danny, to be honest with you, with the black and white evidence as well.
Yeah. But they look largely lost in the situation, because you weren't standing for none of it. And I remember they didn't know how to deal with the situation. They was all wandering around with these guns. And there you were squaring up to them, saying you shouldn't even be here. And they were coming in on your property, wasn't they? And
that's my
I watched. I watched it really, really closely. And like I said, I was a little bit concerned, but you know, you just seem to know how to deal with these people. They looked a little lost on how to deal with you.
Daddy, thank you very much. That's all natural. It came natural to me. But thing is, look, I didn't even know the law there. Yeah, I'm new there. Not the law, not the courts, not the land people. I didn't have a clue, basically. But you know, for some reason, everything was coming to me. It's like somebody was giving me the information, because none of my scum family wanted to help me, mate. They're all weak, coward. I'm not even sure they're my family personally. I'll be honest with you, because I'm totally opposite. They're all midgets, fucking weird looking, alien look like things. I'll be honest with you. They don't. I'm 6'1". I'm a blessed man. Even my son is almost a fucking monster of a lad as well. I'll be honest with you. And my mum looked like me. I look like my mum. The twins. We have same eyes, same nose, everything same. So I don't know there must be some weird DNA mixed up here. I'll be honest with you. I don't know, genetic wise. I don't know, but yeah.
Umer, if you don't mind, just for kind of, if we circle back a little bit, just for those of us who didn't see it at the time on your socials and stuff, talk us through like exactly what happened in terms of did you say someone tried to poison you? And someone in the chat also said they saw online that someone tried to shoot in your house or shoot.
That's what I saw.
Is that all part of the same thing? So talk us through it.
Basically, I think Danny saw that video when the shooting happened.
That's what I saw.
There's an old man. He was a servant, basically, working there. But he wasn't my servant. He's my dad's or my family. They had him there for a while. And that scumbag, I was giving him money every day because he's an old man. And I respect the elders, I'll be honest with you. They're very dear to me, I'll be honest with you. But he said to me, oh, I got milk for you, cow milk, yeah? You like me? I said, okay, yeah, I like milk, mate. Yeah, sure. And when I looked at the color was a very different color. So when I said to him, drink it, the guy started shitting his pants, really, literally, yeah? So we sat him down, yeah? And I was about to slap him. Then I felt sorry for him as well, yeah? He goes, oh, I've been told by, basically he was mentioning my dad and that, basically. So he paid him off, yeah. So I just chucked him out of the house. And then another incident happened as well. I was to court.
Sorry, did you say your dad got him to try and poison you?
Yeah, he was mentioning his sisters.
Jesus.
Yeah, I got a video as well. I can post that as well.
Crazy, bro.
You know, I feel sorry for these people, Danny. Look at the state of them. I'm not being funny, mate.
Yeah.
But you got, look, mate, one thing is, yeah, whatever people have done to me over the years, I deal with them out on the spot, really. I'll be honest with you, yeah. But I'm more worried about, I pray for my mum on a daily basis. My mum is number one concern, even now to me. Because if she was alive, she had more heart, more guts than everybody combined. She used to even attack men with the stick, yeah, when she was young, early on. So she told me she knocked out one of her teachers because he tried to basically, have a go at her. So my mom was a very like a real woman, yeah. Because I respect real women out there, obviously, who look after their children like on their own, yeah. Like a real woman, like you gotta respect her. Without a woman, you cannot. Danny, you wouldn't be here. So you take your mother. If you think about it, 9 months you spend in the womb, yeah. Man, you're just a man in it, basically. Mom will not let you down. My mom never let me down, and I never let her down. I'll be honest with you, yeah. Anybody says, if you open your mouth, back it up with evidence, then yeah, don't just come on. Yeah, there's a lot of people over there. I know I've got a lot of hate against me as well, Danny. A lot out there because look at the support I get since day one. I got even sometimes a bigger following than a lot of UFC fighters out there. Or if you look at their fan page, because how many Facebook I got shut down? About 10, 15 over the last 10 years?
Yeah.
One point of time.
A lot of it, Umer, is that you get misunderstood. They see a small little clip of when you're posting up a video or whatever, and they judge you on that, but they don't really know you. I'm lucky enough to have met you in person.
Thank you.
And some of the people that I warm to the most are the ones that don't hide anything. Talk behind your back on it. If you've got a problem with someone, you'd say, "Hey, I don't like what you're doing." And you'd be upfront about it, and you know where you stand with people like you.
Danny, the day I talk about anybody behind their back, I swear to my mum's grave, yeah, I'll shoot myself, yeah. The day I speak about anybody behind their back, that'd be the day for me. Finish, I'll be honest with you. I've never done that. I never will. Anything I've got, anything to say, I'll say it. I don't care. Danny, I fought people 28, 29 stone on the street, like real, like fucking giant of a human beings, yeah. Even you can smash that shit out of me, I'll still be smiling. I'll be laughing. I never say, "Oh, don't hit me." Even my fights, I wish they'd be a bit different in my fights because even the Bullettooth, Danny, had nobody. I had to cut down. Yeah, I got set up big time, Danny. I've been doing that. I can, I'll tell you that as well.
Do you know what? Leading up to that fight, we knew you were getting set up. There were things being said on the fight circuit about this matchup. And we knew you was getting a bit stitched up with this. Could you imagine, Si, though, if I could have latched onto this lad with that kind of strong attitude? Because, look, most youngsters these days, they're weak individuals. I feel like I've come from an era that was the last of real men, regards UK men. A lot of these young lads are now either weak or part of gangs, and they're only tough when they're in a gang. But strong individuals are hard come by in the modern times, particularly over here in the UK. I can't comment obviously on other countries.
I had no sponsorship, Danny.
If I could have got hold of you, I'll definitely guarantee you would have made a champion out of it. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, and there's no doubt in my mind. Danny, who fights cast member, yeah, from the street to the cage and last 2 5-minute rounds, 2-5, not 1, 5 minutes. Then I didn't take a penny from Mark Carling on the Cage Rage UCMM contender show on a pro fight that was in the last one, 3 rounds. And I won that. Who was there? Jack Mason was there. I love that guy as well. Luke Barnett was there as well. Back in 2010, I think it was. Yeah. When I won first Pakistani ever to win the UCMA Cage Contender title. And me and Gary. And I was watching YouTube, Danny. I watched your ground as well on YouTube, yeah. That's how I picked things up. I had no training partners, 0 training partners at that time, because Gary Jim had some issues. So me and Gary alone trained for that fight, basically. And Cass Mamba is no mug. He can fight.
Mm-hmm.
The one, I think that's what they call Cass Mamba. He changes with the big dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, thank you, Danny. But it's still regress. I've been honest with you. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. The way we're going, I've been honest with you, because I got reminded. Would you believe, after that fight in the morning, and my face is all black and blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I stood in Slough Magistrates. That was, so when they took me to prison, would you believe? Okay, I did cry. Man, I was on the phone to my mum. I had black eye, and I had to put, this plastic fork they give you,
Right.
in my nose, and I punched it to get my nose straight.
Oh. Oh. Ouch.
So
Unreal.
So I was on the phone to my mum when she phoned me. That was very dark, very, very tough times. Because I can't forget that, because the way that happened after Cass fight, straight in the morning, 2011, that was, yeah. So she phoned me. She was crying. I was crying. There's 2 lads. They go to me, oh, look at this pussy crying, yeah. So I said to my mum, give me 2 minutes. I got very minimum credit. I don't know what's going on, because this is all new to me. I was in a big B-wing, Bullingdon. So put the phone down, no talking, grabbed by the ears, straight headbutt. I got one of the very good headbutts, basically. Straight to the nose, finished. Problem solved. But at that time, I didn't know you can get arrested inside the prison as well. I didn't know that. It's all new to me.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
I didn't have a clue, basically. So a couple of the lads jumped that guy because he was a snitch or something. But after that, I had a good time in there. Everybody left me alone. Everybody knew who I was. So for my God, my Allah, and my mum prayers, my case got cleared as well. And I don't know if you know James Stabler.
No.
No, yeah, okay, yes. So yeah, he was involved with that. He was one of the very bright talent. He was about 6'9",
Oh, wow.
18, 19 stone, moved like a lightweight. Google him as well. He's a local lad from Slough.
Yeah.
So yeah, so after that, I came out. I cut everybody out. I took 1 fight against Dave Rental in about 3 days after I came out. I was about 90 plus kilos. I dropped him with the left hook, but at that time, my ground, he was real ground. I didn't have a clue about ground. Literally, if you ask me, I don't know. He just got me in an arm bar, and ref stopped because the arm was bending very.
The other way.
So it was fair enough. Yeah. After that, I started training. Me and Gary got together. Thanks to Earl Brown. You know Earl Brown. Yeah, he's the reason I got to know Gary as well. And I love Earl Brown. He's like like older brother to me. And Gary's been more father to me. He got my head right as well. And I was working 7 days a week. Then I was training. I had no social life for years, 10 years plus. So that's it. Then I put been to Parliament House, won community pride of community, many awards over the years. And that's and my mum basically got ill. Then from there I got the mentally not a lot of issues for me, and seeing her suffer as well on a daily basis. And she now one day she complained, oh I got pain, I got this. All arms were black and blue, chest was black and blue, because when they do dialysis they have to shove the machines in, and the blood. So it's a very painful procedure. Twice a week, it drains you physically, mentally. It's unbelievable. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't wish on. Because then in the end, the bad news came in. So now, just I don't know. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen personally. Yeah, whoever happens personally. Because one thing I know, if I'm not in the wrong, I wouldn't take shit with nobody. I don't care who's who. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. But police are corrupt as well. Even here as well, it's been proven. I can prove it. People underestimate me, Danny. Yeah, my intelligence. That's the problem. Then it backfires. Literally backfires on them. Then they start making excuses and stories up as well. To be honest with you, mate.
Umer, you mentioned you were in prison there. What were you in prison? What were you in prison for?
The charges were double conspiracy to murder, possession of firearm to supply, dangerous life, GBA section 18, basically. Yeah, that's it. So,
what was that like?
If I got convicted today, it would have been no Mr. Danny today, not yourself, not me, no awards, no British title, no UBTK, would have been nothing really. I would have been probably still there. Mom probably would have been dead now, and I would be regretting it probably inside anyway. Prison, basically, to me, I had no issues there. Everybody was good to me. A lot of people used to give me the tea as well. I'll be honest with you. The lad from Maidenhead Band, I was sharing a cell with him. He's like a younger brother. I look after him as well. Bless him. To be honest with you, everybody was good to me in there. I had literally no issues at all. Everybody left me alone. Even the screws, they were good to me as well. Everybody was good to me. But but personally, if it wasn't for my mum, I didn't have, I was just, But it's a place for people who got no ambition, no dreams in life. I'll be honest with you. But sometimes, I was there because I had no choice. I had to defend myself. I'll be honest with you. It's not like I picked on anybody. I never bullied nobody. I'll be honest with you. People can say whatever. I literally.
Okay, Emma, when you say that you see people in prison, they have no aspirations or dreams. What about your aspirations or dreams? You must have. I know you say you're not overly interested in money or anything, but you must have a place that you want to be in life.
Danny, I'm lucky to be here in front of you today. I'll be honest. I don't know how I made it this far, mate. I'm not even. You know me. You can do your own research about me, mate. Honestly, it's a mystery. It's a miracle. It's all thanks to my mum. Even my dad used to get happy. Oh, he's gonna get 20 years because in the morning, first thing in the morning, I used to do, call my mum. If he answers why are you calling every 2 minutes? I say, it's my mum I'm talking to. But lucky thing is, because of the culture, because of the religion. Despite that, there's no more man loyal than me. I'll be honest with you. You can do even who gives a bath? Danny, do you ever give your dad a bath? Ever?
No, I've never had to. No,
I used to.
But I would. I absolutely would, though. Yeah.
Bath, game, everything, Danny. Look after them, despite everything I've been through, mate. I'll be honest with you, yeah. I still loved him. I'll be honest with you, yeah, because he's my father, for fuck's sake, yeah.
Yeah.
My mate used to say, oh yeah, if he does this, our father do that to us, we be gone, yeah. We don't even fucking ever speak to him. But in a way, they were right, yeah, because this culture, yeah, and is a very bad culture. A lot of people hide stuff, mate. There are a lot of pedophiles as well, yeah. I caught one today as well. During the game, that's another fucking shocking story with the black and white evidence. So that's what people, because I judge people because who they are. I never judge anybody by their culture, their race, their color. Because I got friends from MMA. There's no Pakistanis, hardly. Now probably there are a few. Black and white, I've been with them all my life. I've been with you, yeah. From Windsor days, Windsor with Gary Banks, he's my family. I've been with you. He's my father figure, yeah. He's my older brother. Because we shared amazing times. Fucking hell. We had ups and downs. Fucking hell. But he understands the way my brain works. I'm not easy guy to deal with. I'll be honest with you. But him, yeah. God bless him. But now his health is not very good as well. And the team got broken. We had Luke Shines. We had Earl Brown. His brothers, the Shine brothers, Jay Coley. The team was amazing. And old school sparring. I never wear no shin pads ever till this day. Even at Dean Amasinga place, I was training with Terry Brazier, with Dean Amasinga, Adam Law. I never wear shin pads. I'll be honest with you. So So there's no doubt I could have went far. I had no sponsorship because I never sucked up to people. There've been opportunities. Then I said to myself, yeah, just for a few fucking pounds, yeah, a few thousand, yeah, okay. I'm gonna sell myself, yeah, like a prostitute, yeah. I said, fuck that, man. I'm not doing that. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? What comes my way is written already for me. To even make it that far, to have so much love around the country, even around the world. My original account before it got blocked, I done a little questionnaire. Fans, I'm gonna send you a signed poster. People from Nigeria, Cameroon, the countries I've never even heard of. I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't send the posters out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just done it to see. And it's amazing, like how many people knew me. So that was it, basically. Yeah. So
you got to take it further, Umer. I'm telling you now, get yourself a YouTube channel. Mind you probably get blocked off of there now. That's getting censored, isn't it? But I'd love to see you get on something where you've got your own channel. I'd love it for you. I think it's the way to go.
My TikTok account's doing pretty good. When I come on. But even then, the thing is, I haven't done TikTok live for about a month. My people messaging me on Facebook and Instagram. Where are you? Where are you going? We need you. UBTK Army and this and that. So yeah, the good thing about TikTok, people can't message you directly if you don't follow them back.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know
I've
much
been
about
on
how that
TikTok
works.
now for about a week and a half. I'm
But-
still getting used to it. It's a bit
but-
weird, but
And that's a devil playground, TikTok. Yeah, if you're not strong here, that's the place to be for people. I'll be honest with you. That's he's a whole different planet. TikTok is. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with
I've heard some bad things about it, about how it gets into young kids' minds, different ideas.
Listen, it can lead to your suicide without a doubt. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, that's why when I get messages on my Facebook, like people saying, I say people marriages. Would you, Danny? I'm not a marriage consultant. I'm not, but I have saved marriages. Would you believe? Yeah,
Right.
people with anxiety, depression, stress is unbelievable. I'll be honest with you. Just to speak to them for 5 minutes. That's it. Simple. Nothing else, mate. They don't want nothing else. Me just to speak to them when they message me. Yeah. That changes their life completely. I'll be honest with you. So I have to tell them, look, you crying about little things, yeah, and you have to basically explain to them, look, that's what I'm going through. So you tell me what's worse. Despite people got everything, they're still not happy. They still got issue. I don't really care, Danny. I'm here today. If I'm gone tomorrow, so be it, mate. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, no problem whatsoever.
But also, Umar, I think, like, for someone who's come so close to losing their life on numerous occasions,
yeah,
I think like, I'm not always a massive believer in things like fate and being here for a reason, but like when you've been through so much and so many close calls to it all sort of ending, you must feel to a certain extent like you're here, even if you're just here to help, like, the young people who you help at the moment and stuff like that, and guiding them in the right direction and keeping them away from things which maybe is, stop them going down the wrong route. What were you like as a teenager?
Because teenager, because of as my upbringing, I was very tough. I'll be honest with you. Even I went to school in Pakistan, and I got one of my best mates. He's in Dubai. Yeah, he knows me inside out. We know each other since we're about 4 or 5 years old, and there's one lad from Cheshire. He knows me since I was 3 years old. In school, I never lost. I'll be honest with you. I've taken out bigger guys than me, because I had no fear. The thing is, when you're getting beaten up like a man, yeah, 7, 8 years old, yeah, with the cricket bats, hockey's punching in your face, yeah, making you chicken. You know that chicken when you put your hands through your legs, yeah, you have to grab your ears for hours, yeah. Then you lose. Well, what's good? Well, the guy's gonna beat me up. Okay, mate, let's bring you on then, yeah, because there's no fear. Like at that age, yeah, you're so immune to it, basically, yeah. But one thing I say, I can't touch my dad. I'm not gonna beat him up, yeah. But I can beat these people up, yeah, who's gonna try on me. So every time I used to hit people, now I used to get up back. So I had a good power, right and left hook, basically, yeah. I was even what's his name? God rest in peace. Luke Shine's coach, Colin Barrett. He was a Muay Thai. Yeah, he used to say that to me when he used to take me on pads as well at Gary's, Umer. But the problem is the guidance, wasn't it? I had no manager. I used to do 14 hours a day shift, yeah, then train Danny in the afternoon. Strength conditioning is on me, by the way. And weight cut, I do on my own. Nobody ever helped me till never, ever, to cut down to 77. And nobody thought I can make 77. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, because you do a lot of weights, or it appears to. I'd always see you in the gym.
Yeah.
Is that something that's still big in your life?
Yeah. If I stop training, Danny, I'll definitely lose my mind, mate. If I stop training, I'm done. I'm fucked.
Got you back.
Yeah, do call my phone. Somebody start calling me. Yeah, no, Danny, that'd be the end for me, mate. Training saved my life, and certain few people are very thankful. But I'm always grateful if somebody does something for me. I'll never ever forget, Danny. I'll be honest with you, I promise, mate. Even a little thing for me as well, yeah. And I've been lucky to, it was my dream, yeah. When I used to watch Cage Warriors and UC Cage Rage, even just to get on the show, that was it. I was never planning to go to even Bullettooth or anywhere else. Honestly, just to get to UCMA, I was that was it, because there was no way for me. You know what I'm trying to say? Meaning there was no future for me at all. I was a clever kid at school. I wanted to get education. I wanted to get a decent job, and that was it really. But all my dream was shattered by because I had no nobody to look up to, nobody to guide me. Even as we talk about, you're talking about as a teenager friends, yeah, a lot of them basically try to corrupt my mind by try to say, oh, you should drink, you should take drugs, but every time I'll finish them off. A real friend will take you away from these things, yeah. He will never influence you or will say to you, oh, have a drink as well, yeah. But clubbing, I used to go a lot. I was at door, I done door work for about long time. I've been to you. I got a lot of stories. And South London, East, everywhere, you name it. Clubbing, I used to go out just to knock people out for a laugh. I'll be honest with you. I was on that point before MMA came in, because I was a big lad. Age 16, I was punching 120, 130. Deadlift, age 16, 17.
When did your kind of path change from kind of that sort of stuff to being a professional athlete and going down a more positive route?
That was a very strange. I was on bail for my charges. I was the only person out of 9 or 11 people who were on bail for these charges. Yeah. And I had a fight basically on with a guy. Basically, I was supposed to fight this Jamaican guy, his brother, but he shit his pants. He was all just roided up, big guy, no balls at all, really. Yeah. So he called his brother. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to give him a free advertisement and a bit of fame, really. Yeah. He called his brother. He's about American football players, about 6 or 7, 8, 9, wherever he is. Yeah, 24 stone, and I'm not that compared to him. Anyway, I said no problem. And Kuljit was there. You know Kuljit Deegan?
Oh yeah.
You see, I'm met you for.
Wow.
So basically, yeah, he was there. I dropped the guy with the one shot. After that, he was very dark, muddy. He gave me about 20-yard punches. Couldn't even give me a scratch on my face. And they stopped the fight. He walked off, and I was very gutted. There's one lad there. He gave me a phone number. He goes, "Are you interested in fighting?" Yeah. I said, "Fighting where?" He goes, "In a cage." I said, "Okay, no problem." So I got a number. I've got this promoter name. I'll feel a bit bad, really. I'm on a CD as well. If you want to see a CD, it'll take me 2 seconds. I can bring it down to you. Let me CD.
It's mad stuff, mate. Danny, as Umar's going to find that, it's what a life he's led, and like so many near-death experiences. You've got to have such a strong mentality to get through those things, but not just to get through them, but not let them deeply affect you. Right, here we go.
Right.
Hey, your man's on it. Is it not? Hang on. Is it Martin Lizard? There was Martin Lizard. I think he's Mike Bear, Arunas, Klitsch. Commentator was Paul and Nigel Witter.
Right. Yeah. Talking a good few years back, that.
Yeah, that's 2010.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, I got a phone number. Okay, no problem. Thank you. I phoned the guys up. They were at that time boyfriend, girlfriend, lovely people. Maidstone, Kent. 2 weeks later, I phoned the guy up because, okay, Umar, would you believe I was the main event and I got paid £500 as well? Yeah, for my first part. I showed up, yeah, in Armani top basically a shirt, and everybody thought I was the commentator. The way I was carrying myself in there, but I didn't know I was fighting Kes. They goes, "You find that guy, yeah?" I looked at him. I thought, bloody hell, head was that big, dreadlocks, 8-pack, and everything. I said, no problem. No joke. Never done proper boxing ever. No kickboxing, no ground, nothing. And they asked me, "What's your jiu-jitsu like?" I said, "I don't know what the hell that is." So I thought and I'm watching the fight. I thought, wow, this is amazing. My eyes lit up. I'll be honest with you. A lot of people cheering and everything. So yeah, I went out, just punch to punch. My face was just like a butchered up, basically. 2 rounds, third round, he could have come out. I could have come out. I had Kuljit in my corner. Kuljit Deegan, who's he's all right. I saw him in town. I'll tell you that story as well, no problem. So yeah. So that fight, they gave him the win by TKO, basically, isn't it? Technical knockout. Yeah. So after that fight, next morning, where things went wrong, I ended up in prison because I was on bail.
Right.
So I got remanded. So from there, it was God blessings. Everything. Yeah, my case got cleared. Done year and a half after. Then one fight, I messed up. Then I trained properly, and that's my MMA started from there, basically. And I had good promoters. David Owner's been good to me as well. He used to phone me. I used to take anybody. because I've got a lot of messages turn me down as well, Danny. It's supposed to be top 10, top. Because I thought I'll just go for whoever, basically, isn't it? Because I got confidence once my ground got a bit decent, and then I got confidence. But problem is, Danny, when you got a weak corner, you're there, mate. I'll be honest with you. In Bellator, I had no cornerman, Danny.
Yeah, that's insane.
And even that low, it wasn't a low blow, Nathan Jones, he's not be funny. He's a cheat, and he's a fake as well, He's a crybaby. I'll be honest with you. He's not a man. He comes across face to face, starts sucking up and that. I made him anyway. Without me, he was nothing. Nobody even knew who Nathan Jones was as well. I'll be honest with you. So that fight, I thought I felt amazing though. I'll be honest with you. Despite I done my back. Because I cut weight so much for that fight. I was 93, so I made 77 in 3 weeks.
Right, yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, so
it's not easy, is it?
I saw you Friday. I saw you that day as well. Yeah.
Umer, honestly, if I had known you had no corner team, I would have jumped in there without a second question. I would have been there for you, buddy.
Even remember. Andy Corner, week before, obviously, we had a bit of dispute with Gary. Listen, Gary, I always love him. Gary Banks, like I said, my life for him. Anytime I'm there. But week before, we had dispute, but there's other people involved. Jealousy gets better of people. Danny, remember? You know what's MMA like as well? There's a lot of jealousy out there as well. I don't care anybody says. There's a lot of politics as well. So, big love to my brother, Nick Chapman, the headhunter, and Paul Dash. Them two saved the day. I had personal issue with Ian Freeman. I'm not going to hide. He ran away. I've been like a coward, in Troxy. Otherwise, he would have got his head butchered that day as well. Because he made a lot of racist remarks as well on social media. They said, kick this Packy's ass and kick him so hard that his mum feels it. They bought my mum while she got carried to hospital. Yeah, he said, Andy Connor's a nice guy himself. He said, even Dean got angry with me because I trained a bit with Dean, And he had every reason to, Because why are you talking to him, Dean didn't even want me to talk to him after the fight, Because Terry fought on the same day I fought as well. I never attack. So these people try to go like deep person attacking me, Because I beat him in the first fight comfortable without even trying. I'll be honest with you. So second fight, this bullshit happened. I was left alone. Now I got cut 6-7 kilos in about 3-4 days. I got nobody around me, no cornerman, no nothing, all alone. I'll be honest with you, literally alone. So mentally can affect. If you're not there mentally, that people will pull out. So once again but thank God for that. I remember when I got that reverse Kimura, and I'm looking at Ian Freeman. I'm looking at you, fucking coward, mate. You are a coward, obviously. Look what I'm gonna do to your boy now. He said he's definitely gonna win. They have zero doubts in their mind that Andy's gonna lose, mate. But remember this and this. Is a blessing from up there. I'll be honest with you, And I was fully loaded. I had decent skills behind me, so I knew this guy can't do nothing to me. I'll be honest with you. So that was a very big win for me. Despite was nothing.
Would you say that was your defining moment for you in terms of your MMA fights? Was that the one that you enjoyed the most?
Yes, but what fight made me was Colin Wilby, because I was 99.9 favorite to get knocked out cold, literally. But Colin. That was another fight. I was just a sheep, habit to the lion, supposed to be. On UCI MMA, was there 33 or something? That was on the Sky, supposed to be. But I think they showed that highlight a lot with me, double jab, cross, take a step back with the left hook. I dropped Colin Wilby with that, basically. So I arm triangled him in the second round. That fight, no chance. People saying to me, why are you fighting? You're going to get brain damage. You're going to get, the way he was built and the way he was knocking. I think he knocked out Harry as well, Harry Shoebridge as well, with the left hook.
Right.
So, but the fight, yes, Conor was, because he was too much on the line. He was too much, like, racist remarks were made, and he was, and Gary not being there as well. And it was just literally 3-4 days before the fight, I'm left on my own, basically. Nobody. So, that was more of, for me, personally, on many levels, Then Dean coming on stage, and, he ran away. He literally ran away. There's many witnesses there as well. Ian Freeman legged it, literally. He should have kept to his word. We would have had East London, man. Come on. East London. That's a Trouble Paradise, our site on the main commercial road, no problem.
Mm.
You know, we had no issues with that. No, nobody goes. You don't go to the police. We don't go to the police. No problem. That would be happy days for us. I'll be honest with you. You know.
Yeah. One name you mentioned earlier, Dave O'Donnell. You know, probably a name that perhaps modern MMAs perhaps don't know as well as we do. But he did so much, didn't he, for MMA? Cage rage and.
I love the man personally.
Yeah.
I can't speak for anybody else. You know, people talk shit as well. Then they suck his dick face to face. Sorry to say this, yeah. I heard it with my own ears. You know. But to me, the man has been amazing. I'll be honest with you. He used to phone me, Umer, you want to fight? I said, send me the contract, whoever. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. I will see you on the day. That was it, really, yeah. So I had no issues with the man. He done so much for the... If he was a friend, probably MMA still would be dead today. But, you know.
Yeah. He did a lot of... It did a lot of good things. I mean, Cage Rage become real big, didn't it, at one point? It was... I
loved it. You know who I loved the most? My favorite heavyweight, Stav Economou.
Okay, yeah.
I love that guy. Yeah, I love the guy. I had the privilege. Up in a lot of teams, they come up and they disappear as well, like Terror Squad. Spencer,
Right.
I used to train up in Essex with them boys as well. Amazing team. They had Makuma Baduku. They had Spencer Hewitt himself, and they had many fighters of that camp at one point as well.
Yeah.
So
There's been many a team come and go.
Yeah, I haven't heard about Team Titan nowadays as well. I don't know if they're still around or.
They are still about. Yeah, I think there had been a split of some sort. Again, you touched on it. That there's a lot of politics involved, not just with promotions but with clubs. And I believe they did sort of have a divide, but they're still running.
Oh, okay.
They're still up and about. Might be different coaching now. I don't know, but the team as a team still exists.
But Danny's been problem with me. I couldn't really focus on MMA the way I wanted to. You know, I had responsibilities, paying bills and this and that. Danny, you know what like me, and they you know, if you haven't got the luxuries like a lot of people do have, you know, they take this for granted. I take for granted in life, mate. I'll be honest with you. Each day is a beautiful day. I don't cry about weather. Raining is a bless. Sunny, I'm happy. It doesn't matter. If you're standing next to me crying about rain, I'm going to slap your face in, and I'll be honest with you. I'll literally slap you. I said, fuck me, mate. Why are you even bitching, mate? Just fuck off. That's negativity to me, I'll be honest with you. That's been negative, I'll be honest with you. You know, when told, you can't do this and that, yeah? That bothers me, Danny, I'll be honest with you, you know? So, I'll just be on my own, and, you know, and to the fans, and every part of the country, especially Bradford, Oldham, Manchester, Birmingham, unbelievable. If I live long, I've never been to Bradford yet, so I need to go them areas as well to, you know, meet my people one day. If I make it that far, I made it this far. How is that possible? You know, I think about it. You know, Danny. You know, when you're in the cell, you got a lot of time to think about. I'll be honest with you. You know, so you think.
I bet.
Yeah, so but thing is, it's no regrets. I've been there because people push me to it. I've been with you. It's just my circumstances in life. Unfortunately, you know, I didn't choose none of that. I'll be with you. My mom's shocked. A lot of people were shocked. Well, how did I become a cage fighter? That's the mystery. So yeah, but
it happened.
Yeah, Umer, just that hour has flown by. So
man, I'm not kidding you. I just looked up at the time. That is the quickest 53 minutes ever.
Oh wow,
unbelievable!
Guys, thank you so much. It's been a great honor, and honestly, Danny, always, mate. Honestly, you know, when I see you, I feel so happy. I get positivity, energy from yourself, mate. Every time, mate. Especially in person. I'll be honest with you. It's a great honor, mate. I'll be honest with you. I'm
all about smiles, buddy. Always.
The lad, you know, came out saying he was a very talented kid as well from high. Yeah. I love that kid personally as well. He did help me with the ground a lot for the Bullettooth fight.
Yes.
Yes, and a few last 3-4 fights he did. You know, he deserves a lot more as well, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah. He used to come up and train a little bit, and I used to go down and train with him a little bit. I really enjoyed the times that we had together.
He's one of the only people I've met in my life that he never says anything bad about anybody.
No, I don't.
Nothing, literally, mate. I'll be honest with
you. Yeah, these type of people are really, really rare. I'll tell you another one. I don't know if you've been exposed to him. I'm lucky enough to have him as my jiu-jitsu coach, if you will. It's a guy called Kev Capel. An amazing man. But you can't, even if you mention, oh, so and so said this, he won't get involved.
Danny, I love Kevin Capel. I know him since day one from High Wycombe.
Yeah, awesome guy.
I used these classes up in the old boxing club back in the days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my timing, I never had to play. I've been with him, of course. I always take a lot every time. I love Kevin. I've been with you. Yes, of course. Legend.
Yeah. Because, of course, he goes right back to the times when I was beginning back in the late 90s and the turn of the millennia.
He's original. Yeah, he's one of the main roots. He's a root, basically. Yeah.
The original.
Yeah, he's the original. There's no ifs and buts about it. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That man.
I mean, he's doing great things. I mean, like I say, I'm lucky enough to still be able to, get regular training. We're sort of like governed with our jiu-jitsu, and so we have him about 3 or 4 times a year. We have him come do a seminar, stroke grading, and whenever he comes up, I always have an hour one-to-one with him. I get a small group, and I pick his brains about things. I love the way he coaches. It's so calm. Doesn't matter whether you're white belt, black belt. Got time for everyone.
Very, very knowledgeable. Very, 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 very. And as a human, I'm a beautiful soul, mate. I'll be honest with you, Danny. I love the man. I'll be honest with you. If I didn't, I would have told you as well. But unbelievable. Yeah, I love the man. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Can't say nothing bad about him. Not one bone in his body. I'll be honest with you, Danny.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely one for the podcast side. Kev Capel.
100%.
He'll have some stories. A former military man as well, so he'll have some stories.
High Wycombe, isn't it? High Wycombe is one of those towns. There's plenty of stories anyway. Probably came across. You get plenty of cocky little fuckers around with the big mouth.
Yeah. If you do Kev Capel, did you know another one who used to be sort of his coach back in the MMA days? That Neil McLeod as well.
I met Neil McLeod. He's from Aylesbury. Neil McLeod.
That's right. Yeah. Because I fought him years back, but he's one very intelligent martial artist. Someone that I really respect. And yeah, he was a scary kind of dude to face up against in my career. This guy was tough geezer. There's only a very few real tough guys that you meet in life, and Neil McLeod was one of those such guys. But after the fight, what an amazing, intelligent guy that he ended up being. And sometimes when you think of someone being tough, you might think of them as being dumb. That ain't always the case.
No, a lot of people, this is an intelligence man game. But funny story. Let me tell you, you're gonna laugh at this, yeah. People like Asian people, obviously, they were clueless back then. Yeah. Oh, that's gay. Look at him in the underpants. He's grappling man to man. Same people, different opinions now, because they can they do a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of Pakistani lads as well, Asian lads as well. Overall, so it's amazing, isn't it? People judge without knowing what's going on. Assume people a lot of stuff. I'll be honest with you. They don't even know you. They just judge you by what's going on, just looking at it. But literally, no clue. For example, if I don't know how to ride a bike, I'm not gonna be good at it. Once somebody shows me, somebody teaches me, then I'm all sorted. Basically, it's about knowledge, isn't it? Yeah. That's what you pick. You learn from people, each other, basically. But it's not many people, Danny, who want you to do well in life. I promise you, unless of course, Danny. I don't know. I definitely haven't not lived under the stone, mate. I'll be honest with you. Like I said to you, there's not many people out there, mate. But they take advantage of your kindness, yeah? They use you and abuse you, then they move on to the next person, basically, once they're done.
Right. Umer, just before we let you go, mate, I wanted to ask you 2 things. So I'll do the MMA one first, and then I want to ask you a bit about cricket, just for myself. But so with MMA, what in an ideal world, where would you take your career now?
Career, basically, I was crippled. Discs. Doctor said I will not walk again.
Jesus.
And they even said to me they're going to cut my leg.
Yeah, man.
And there was a lot of police showed up at Stoke Mandeville because I lost a plot, basically. I was in a hospital for almost 2 days. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was sweating like non-stop. Yeah. After Bullettooth, that injury came during the camp. I collapsed in sparring. But I was abusing painkillers. I've taken like 1,000 milligram ibuprofen plus a day. Oh. Yeah, I was like sweets. I'll be honest with you. Even now I do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here Yeah, but my son does ask me what's that. I say they're pink sweets. Don't worry, mate. Yeah. So I just like 6, 7 of them bang in because it's a struggle with my lower back. I got 3 slip discs, and the doctor after they saw me, they done after hours, they done an MRI scan, and they said that you need an emergency operation. Yeah, but at the time, obviously, I'm not gonna let you put me under the knife without me knowing what's the problem, because I need to do more research. Is it curable without the operation or not, really? Yeah. So even my mom, basically, she goes, whatever happens, do not get the operation, my son. So I'll give her my word to her as well. Whatever happens, no operation. So basically, I was struggling for 2 years. Even then, I was still smacked up a few people with the one leg I had, because people getting confidence. Oh, he's crippled now. Look at him, he can't even walk and that. But as the time went on, now I'm beginning to get better. But I'm having good days and bad days. But it's a lot better, to be honest with you. Back is one of those things. Apparently, doctor goes once they go, and it's no guarantee either. If they chop me up, am I gonna be okay afterwards?
Well, you suffer a lot, don't you, with your back?
Yeah, I had a spinal fusion because I had a slip disc, which I got misdiagnosed, and they told me to do physio 3 times a week, which I did for about a year, and just completely damaged all my back. One of my discs split and leaked all the fluid out of it. Another one compressed on the nerve. So eventually,
this story you must know before I go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go on.
Versus Jesse Kaminsky, weight cut went perfect. This is advice to everybody, guys. Yeah, if you're eating clean, dieting for a fight, don't get excited after making weight. Do not go out, eat takeaway or curry or anything else. That will backfire 100,000%. Yeah, because your immune system is different. Basically, it won't be able to handle it. It happened to me. But Gary, being old school, we don't pull out. We went in. I took a beat down. Yes, no problem. My eye socket broke, splat everywhere. I'm laughing. Is there evidence there? I'm laughing, smiling anyway. Yeah. Went backstage. They done a stitch. Okay. Face fine. Went home. 3 days after, my eye's hanging there. Okay. Now, they took me to hospital, stock mandible again. You're not going to believe. There was a little insect, little fly, laid thousands of eggs. Thousands of eggs.
Mate.
Yeah,
No.
thousands of eggs.
Are you kidding me?
So, yeah.
No way.
Then I got stabbed out. I had issues. I'm a colorblind for my left eye, basically. I have blare vision. So,
mate, that's like my worst nightmare. That's
yeah,
like...
I got stabbed with the screwdriver, broad daylight. By it was a miss. I don't know. It wasn't supposed to be for me. So my car was upside down as well. That was crazy. If you got time, I'll tell you that as well. No problem.
Yeah, go on. You carry on, mate. We've got a bit of time.
This is brilliant. You carry on.
Basically, that was after I came out of prison. To be honest with you, I went to gym. I trained, and I was driving my missus' car, Corsa layer 1. Yeah. Towards Handy Cross, towards the Cressy petrol station. There was one car with the 2 big black guys pulled next to me. So they hit my car now. My car turned in somebody's garden now. And this is broad daylight, basically. I got out and they ran towards me now. So the big one, I give him a full blast right hand, right literally on his jaw, yeah? He was unbelievable. He took it well, he just wobbled. But he's hot, man. Then I turned around, he was the little guy. I don't know why he was knife or screwed. He shoved it here right in my left eye. There's a picture of me on Facebook as well, with the description of what exactly happened. So I literally started bleeding everywhere, but I didn't want to go down. But thing is, they were 2 cowards. They jumped in the car and they drove off. Now, police shows up. I jumped in my car as well. I'm start driving. Police chasing me now. So I went home, got out. They have to literally, physically grab me to shove me in the ambulance.
Oh.
I don't go to hospital. I don't want to go to hospital if I'm dead. Yeah, then take me. Yeah, if I go unconscious, yeah, or something very serious, then I'll go hospital. I don't want to go hospital. I'll be honest with you. I don't like going hospital. I got bad experiences over the years. Seeing my uncle died there as well, my mom as well, and being there suffering. I'll be honest with you throughout the years. I just don't like it. I'll be honest with you. So yeah, so that's why my left eye suffered a lot. So loads of eggs were laid after Jesse Kaminsky fight as well. I think you see MMA early. You see 27 he was. I can't remember exactly. I'm not sure. I think because I fought a few for same as Linton as well for. When he beat, I think that Pride legend is that Russian guy. Not Russian, sorry.
Yeah. Really good striker, wasn't he?
Right,
I can't remember his name.
From London. Was he was a
Yeah, he was knocking everyone out, wasn't he? This guy.
Zel Galactic.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Oh, well done remembering that.
Yes, I was on the backstage with Linton as well. I remember.
Yeah.
The beautiful.
Because he stuck Linton on his ass right at the very beginning. He had laser beam precision, this guy. But Linton did what Linton does and swarms them, hence his fight name, the Swarm.
He fought Sakuraba as well. Zel did.
That's right. Yeah,
Sakuraba as well. Yeah. So that was to see them people, them early cage rages. Yeah, it was amazing for me.
Yeah.
You know, that's a kid dream come true. Yeah, if you know about the MMA game. Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I lived the dream. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. So that's
Sakuraba and people like that.
They had Anderson Silva. He fought on cage rage with Lee Murray. I mean, they really have had legends. Ken Shamrock come over and fought.
She came from as well. Riera, who Michael.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
You had Vito Belfort.
Yeah.
Yes.
Belfort fought on there, did he?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, the list goes on and that.
It's quite crazy when you think of it, isn't it? They're like all those names, like
Now you just
legends of the game.
I don't watch TV. I never watch TV. The only last time I watched TV was in prison, 16 and pregnant. Would you believe? I had to watch.
What a show!
That was that's torture. That's the biggest torture I had to go through in life.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened. Is 16 and pregnant?
Yeah, definitely.
Too funny.
You are a very talented cricketer, mate. You touched on it a little bit. You mentioned it earlier, but I've seen like a few posts and stuff about it, and you seem to be pretty good.
I'll let other people judge me. I don't like to, sing my own songs. Yeah, I don't.
Come on, you know you're good.
Yeah.
What's your game? You batsman, bowler?
I'm lethal in every way. I'm very competitive. To me, it's like a fight, even on the ground. I'm a different person. I've become very evil.
Okay.
I'm a total man. I'm not the same person no more.
So he's the kind of fielder, he'll catch the ball and then throw it at you.
Yeah, throw it at the batsman.
Funny thing is, when I play with these guys, a lot of people are scared of the ball.
Yeah.
Last week I got hit in the head. I had no problem. I hit on a jaw as well. And many times the ball got hit in my head, it flies off to the boundary. No problem. I don't know. I never wear a helmet ever to this day. Even recently, I started wearing that cup thing as well, that plastic thing, where you wear it to protect. Same as the MMA.
Yeah.
So I recently started wearing it. I'll be honest with you, because I
don't want to get it there, do you?
Around me, got worried. He goes, "Umer, come on, what are you doing, mate? Come on, please." So yeah, it's I got good people who worry about me more. Especially my fans. Yeah, honestly, amazing people. These people are honestly. I do wish I do meet them one day. Yeah, whoever these people, because I don't remember sometimes. There's so many people, Danny. It's hard to keep up with everybody.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt a bit bad because I knew the kid well. He messaged me on WhatsApp, and I messaged him, sorry, I don't remember your face. Yeah, I do apologize. And he got very upset as well. And it's a good purpose, Danny. It could not be funny. I've been hit a lot more with the weapons on my head than actually punches and kicks over the years. So sometimes I get a face in that as well. But I do have a pretty sharp memory even now. I'll be honest with you. I'm very sharp with when I remember things.
So you just remembered that fight like pretty much straight away, didn't you?
Yeah, but that is a name to remember.
Thank you. I like to gather knowledge, basically, about many things in life. It's about cultures as well, a lot of different religions as well, and the aliens as well. I'm very deep into that as well. Especially, I love hunting as well. I love animals as well. I love parrots.
Well, sorry, you used to do it was it based just on conspiracies or anything paranormal? You used to do one. I don't know what you do.
Done a couple. We did. What did we do? We had like a true crime one where we talk about like serial killers and things like that, and then we had another one where we looked at different conspiracy theories, and myself and my co-host we'd sort of almost take like a side each and try and prove the other one wrong. And it was interesting though, because you find out stuff that the papers you'd never find it on BBC or things like this because they don't report certain things. So you suddenly find out that there's actually two sides to a lot of this stuff, But if you just get your knowledge from TV or radio, not only do you get half the story a lot of the time, but that half of the story is wrong. And like you said, you don't watch TV, Umer, anymore. Like I can't even remember the last time I watched live TV. Talking years.
You know, my first time encounter happened with the Pakistani police was when I was about 18 years old. I forgot to mention that as well, yeah? Because since then, I never went back to Pakistan. After 18 years, recently, in 2017, my mom forced me to go back because she had a house and bits and bobs to look after, basically, yeah. Because I used to play snooker, Danny.
All right, yeah, I used to play a bit of snooker.
Yeah.
Well, amazing at it, but...
Yeah, so in Pakistan, basically, they do... I had an addiction of gambling, playing snooker, yeah? But I was a very good player, and I knew, basically, how to deal with these people anyway. So they play one ball snooker, one ball, red ball, and all the colors, basically, yeah? And I remember I was about, at that time, 1,500 pounds up at that time, yeah? I was 18, so it must be 2001, around that time. Anyway, the guy lost the money. Now he's refusing to pay. Instead of paying, the guy, in Pakistan, they make dirty, like, homosexual remarks. Yeah, he's going to break me and that kind of stuff. He said that to me, yeah? So I said, okay, my friend, no problem, yeah? Let's step our snooker club now, yeah? We stepped out. The man picked up a brick. That's how they fight back home, yeah? So I ran, yeah, gave him a cross. The brick went in his eye, ripped his eye open, everything. Then after that, I just unleashed on him. Literally, Danny, literally. I did not look back. I ripped his eyebrows. Completely off. Everything was off. So now I'm home now, yeah? People go, I ran away. I said, fuck that. I went home, told my mom. My mom was there, yeah? I had two lads with me, yeah? One is dead now, rest in peace as well, yeah? And one is mentally gone as well. I'll tell you what happened with them as well. Anyway, police showed up now because his dad, he had money. So they're knocking the door, 4 or 5 of them with the sticks and gun shit, yeah? My mom goes, don't open the door. I lost the plot. I said, fuck this, yeah? I haven't done nothing. I opened the door, clocked him, went for him straight away, yeah? So now they jumped on me and they put chains on me and everything. They took me to the police station, yeah? And they put me in a cell with 3 guys. First, I start beating the shit out of them, yeah? Whoever they were in there. Then I start headbutting the walls and everything. Danny was bleeding heavy, yeah? I lost, yeah? Anyway. So they shoved me in the prison 2 days. Then I got bail. And no, before I ran out, the other 2 guys, they got scared. So they ran off in the motorbike. Guess what happened?
Crashed the motorbike.
Yes. One went in coma for weeks. One got his jaw broken for everywhere, basically. And because their tensions were bad, innit? They left their mate at that, or whoever I know that. So one of them died. He recently got shot. Basically, the poor guy died. They were lovely boys as well. One is not, because of the crash. He's not never been the same since I've been with you. Yeah. So I got bail. Then I didn't go back for 18, 19 years. Yeah. Right. So yeah, even now personally, I'm not a big fan of the country, but my mom is buried there. So I wouldn't care less. Danny is my mom there now. So
yeah.
And last wish was to get buried next to her father, which is Arthur Fred personally. And that's the biggest blessing for me to bury my mom with my bare hands, really. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm the last person to kiss her on the cheek as well, because she was the first person to kiss me when I was born. So blessing, nobody else could get even close to her. They're all like scummy. You know what they're saying between me and you, Danny? Yeah, because she was in a casket. Yeah, in Islam, in our religion, basically, you come basically with nothing, isn't it? You should get buried just in a white cloth, basically. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
they were saying, "Oh, don't open the box because there's gonna be gases in there." One of the guys, I looked at his face, Andy. Yeah, I had a screwdriver in my hand because I was gonna open the casket. Yeah. I was about to literally shove him in his ear. And that's the no man's hole. Where my mom is from is all mountains. Literally, there's nothing there. There's some videos as well, Danny.
Yeah,
on,
I remember, yes, I remember seeing.
So, when I looked at her through the window, that little glass, yeah, I felt very uncomfortable. It's like she was giving me a sign, take that off. Yeah. Because she felt suffocated, mate, Danny there, yeah. So I was I took it off and left everything open from the top, basically, yeah. And the moonlight on my mom's face, that was beautiful. So I kissed her and I said to her, you're going to a better place now. No more pain. no more suffering, and you don't have to deal with these scummy people around as well no more. Which is they were sucking blood out of her on a daily basis, on a very sly. So yeah, this religion, that's all an excuse anyway, just to cover your sins, yeah. Oh, I'm Muslim, oh, I'm Christian, yeah, I'm holy, yeah. Yeah, but you're a paedophile. Many of you are caught on loads of them over the years, So that was it, basically. Now, every day, I think, I got on the phone a picture, me and her for forever, That picture, yeah.
Yeah, those things are important as well when you look at, especially if you're struggling to deal with your mum no longer being with you. It's those things are important, aren't they? They help.
First person to call to my mate. Is he okay? Is he okay? Never went to sleep till she knows I'm inside the house. Even I'm fucking almost 40 years old. Yeah, I was. I'm 38 now. Yeah. First person to phone me in the morning. Have you eaten your breakfast? Because I love Weetabix. I eat about 13 Weetabix with 7 boiled eggs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she first thing, concerned about everything, to be honest with you, yeah. And that causes sometimes I used to tell her as well, you need to calm down, yeah, because I could see the jealousy and the hate of other siblings, Danny. That can happen to any of you, Danny. If you got brothers, sisters, and your mom and dad show more love to you.
I'm really lucky. I've got an absolute amazing family. I'm really, really lucky.
I'll pray for you, Danny. Stays that way as well. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
If you're very fortunate people, especially nowadays, man, if they got a good family, I'll be I'll get very happy when I hear people are happy. I'll be honest with you, But unfortunately, you can be the most loyal person in the world. Yeah, some people there's no words. I'll be honest with you. People think they're never happy. Some people got everything still enough for them. I'll be honest with you. It's just beyond you, Danny. It's just you can't just describe. What can you say to that? I'll be honest with you,
Yeah, 100%. Right, Umer, we will we'll call it a day. Then we'll let you go, mate. Me and Danny going to finish off with some UFC talk, and then be on our way. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you join us, and I'm very glad that we did like an extra half hour or so as well.
Oh, really enjoyed that.
Lots of good stories. It's really good stuff.
Can I do this? 3, 2, 1. UBTK signing out.
There we go. Yes. I'll be clipping that.
Stay in touch, Umer. I'll be looking out on Facebook. I want to see some more videos.
I will. I'll be back. Thank you.
On it.
See you later.
Good luck.
Take care, my friend. Legend.
Character.
That was awesome.
I said to you before we come out, he's one very, very unique character.
He seems like very much like the sort of person who I get on with, see, because especially as I've got older, I got no time for kind of like fakeness and bullshit and stuff. I prefer very straight talking people, even if it's negative. Like even with my wife, my wife is very, and sometimes I think she rubs people the wrong way because they think she's being rude, but it's not. She's just
brutally honest.
Yeah, and I need that. I like that.
My name was on my mum's side was very, very strong-willed woman that would not hold back on saying how things was, and she would always nip things in the bud, so to speak. And then another lady that's she's in her 80s now. A lady called Gina Seaman. She's been in my life since I was around about 8 years old. I've known this lady, but a very, very strong woman. And, without getting into details of stories, it's basically my first girlfriend at the time, which is, she wasn't the greatest for me, but, it's my first girlfriend, and really wasn't getting on well with the lady who was dating my brother, who become, wife to my brother. They're still together now. They wasn't getting on, and they was nitpicking at each other, and there was things going on. Gina picked up on this and absolutely nailed it and nipped it in the bud right in front of everyone in the family. So we had family and friends round. She just did not care. she called them both out on it and basically embarrassed them how stupid and immature they was both being, and got them to apologise to each other and the other people around. And yeah, it ended it, because it was just going on and on, month after month, year after year. It's still this niggling issue that we have between them pair. But yeah, this Gina Seaman, I mean, I love her to death, really do. She sorted it out. And I've always been very, very attracted to people that many other people find offensive. Not because they're bad people, but because they're absolutely honest and they're not scared to say when they're not happy about something, or not happy about someone, or something that you're doing, something you said. Not that they would ever hate you on it. They'll just say, I don't like what you said, and this is why. You deal with it how you want to, and they still accept you. I love that about certain individuals. But Umer is the most extreme of that kind of character that we're sort of discussing here. He's massively on, you give me respect, I'll give you respect, and it's no other way. Yeah, brilliant character. I knew it was going to be good, but I was really looking forward to it. When you sent me a message saying about who we've got coming up, you sort of give me a schedule of who we've got over the coming weeks, don't you? When I saw that one, I'm like, oh my God, this one's going to be a blast. We won't be doing much talking on that one.
Yeah, mate. Well, like, I've been pretty good in recent times with the timings and stuff, and kind of like making sure we've got, we give the guest a certain amount of time, and then we'll switch over to the other stuff that we're going to discuss. But like, I was just letting it go today, because Umar just had so much to talk. But I am in a great deal of pain, so we're going to fly through the main card of the UFC last night, and you're going to give just a little, not even a breakdown, just a discussion of the performances more than anything. We'll start with the main event, mate. So it was Caitlin Vieira defeated Holly Holm, and big win for Caitlin Vieira, by the way. That's a real big one. I mean, she beat Holly Holm. Okay, not so young anymore, but Holly Holm, for me, is probably better than she's ever been. They did pick up on the commentary about Holly Holm maybe a little slow on perhaps defending the strikes coming out. She's getting hit a little bit more. I actually don't think that's an age-related thing. I think she's kept herself very clean. I mean, just look at her physique at 40 years old. She's obviously in incredible shape. I think it was more down to the competition is just getting better and better, and she's just been around long enough to be receiving on this high level. Vera, as we know, is very, very good all round, striking, takedowns, and grappling. Really well-rounded individual. I thought Holly Holm did enough to win it. I really did. I thought her work ethic was very, very good. When she was clinching up, she was working very, very hard there. She did try and attempt some of the takedowns in her own right, defended takedowns. She did get briefly taken down, showed brilliant detailing on how to scramble back up that she never really had in a game before, to show that she's still a continuing developing female fighter. But I really honestly thought that Holly Holm did enough to win. But it was a split decision. It went in favor of Vera. Vera's hands looked very, very good. She kept making a mistake by going overwrap up against the fence. Now, overwrap is okay if you're going to hit it as a immediate defense against someone trying to drop levels on you to try and tackle your legs off of the cage. Yes, it stops the level drop initially, but you kind of got to be aggressive with that with a hold. You've got to start, trying to, do uchimatas and attack the hips. You've got to try and move with it. But she wasn't. She was holding it as a fixed piece, and that's never good, because an overwrap means that the person who's pushing up against the cage gets body to body and predominantly gets head control, and that's what Holly Holm kept doing. Now, in round, partly through round 3 and more round 4 and 5, Vieira started really addressing this and started stretching out long and started disengaging more and started actually getting more strikes off or more meaningful strikes off on Holly Holm. Whether that's what the judges were really focusing on, which gave it in her favour, I don't know. But to me, that wasn't enough. I thought a lot of the cage control was still had up by Holly Holm. I really liked her diversity. She was doing really good kicks. She even knocked Vieira on her ass with a side kick. So I'm kind of bewildered, really. I mean, what did Vieira do that was really hugely consequential to take away the win from Holly Holm? I couldn't see it myself. But great performance from both. I mean, both of them put up an incredible performance. I just feel it got for Holly Holm in that, at her age now, it means she's got
really get another 2 or 3 wins to put her back to the position she's in just before this fight. I think she's still going to stay around though, and I think she's still effective and still a challenge for anyone, to be honest. I don't look down on her at all after that performance, to be honest, even though it was not a win in her favour.
Yeah, 100%. And then next we got Michelle Pereira defeated Santiago Ponzinibbio via a split decision as well. So another split decision.
Yeah, it was a night of split decisions, to be honest, and another one I wasn't in favour of agreeing with. Michelle was doing amazing. We know, a big guy, strikes really, really fast, really, really long, really diverse in his approach to striking and very, very aggressive. Ponzinibbio had to be aggressive in return. Shorter, generally smaller, but can bang some. Had to really push close to Pereira to try and show any kind of effectiveness. In the first round, that was too much for him to do. It just couldn't seem to do it. Pereira was definitely showing some dominance in that striking. But he did begin to tire upon Pereira and get his own successes, and was looking quite good. And I thought he looked better and better as the fight went on. And I thought, Santiago did enough to win it. I just did. I just thought he edged it. But no, it was Pereira got it. Not that, it's a big issue for me because I'm kind of a fan of both of them. And it was a really good performance from both of them. I mean, it must have got fight of the night. I don't know who got fight of the night, actually, but that must have been getting an award for something that night, because they absolutely left something of themselves, the pair of them, in there. They fought with every last bit of energy. Incredible performance between two very, very strong-minded individuals. If no one's seen that fight, that is one to watch.
Yeah, it's definitely one. That's definitely one to go back and watch, I think, if you haven't seen it. Then you had Chidi Noikani defeated Dusko Todric via an elbow knockout.
What an elbow.
First round.
Yeah. It could have been overlooked if you blinked or looked away momentarily. It was just absolutely on the money. It was on the button. Really, really just well timed, well executed. Clearly something that they probably train in their training in terms of striking off the break. This is something that's really, really important in MMA. Some people perhaps don't put the awareness of that happening upon them enough, and indeed that seemed to be the case with Dusko. Totally caught a cropper with it. Dusko was doing really, really well with his shoots and stuff and his wrestling exchanges. It looked like it could have been a good night if he could have kept that rhythm going, but no, I don't know how to pronounce his name too well. Chidi, his first name. Look, if you've seen some of these previous fights, if he gets an opportunity to be aggressive and explosive, he does, and he does it in brutal fashion. We saw it there in a single hit, but there was a fight where he takes someone down and he holds them against a fence where they're in a tripod position trying to stand up, and he starts throwing in these repetitive punches, piston punches I call them, when they're off the same side in a grounded situation. He was just piston pumping this guy's head at full high RPM. He's definitely got something about him. I can tell by what happened in that fight, he's still got things to learn, but could be dangerous.
He set him up for the elbow, didn't he? Where they were in the clinch, he was nailing it. He was hitting him in the ribs, like multiple little rabbit punches, which meant that the other guy, the guy he knocked out, I forget his name, sorry, who he wanted to disengage. He wanted to get that distance, and as soon as he sort of shoved him, was get that distance. That's when the elbow came over the top, and there was little signs that Dusko wasn't too comfortable after those wrestling exchanges, whether it's just that first round tiredness and having to deal with someone's body weight, keep shooting in the way that he did. They did get separated before they re-clinched again, before that elbow happened, he did look a little weary, which was a little strange, being it was the first round. But he did look a little wishy-washy. And they clinched up. And of course, when you feel a little wishy-washy and a little gas, particularly in that first round, it makes you a little delayed on your defensive aspect. And one of the things you don't want to be doing is being delayed off the break, because if something's going to catch you, it's going to catch you then, and it did. Yeah, it was a brutal shot. Then we had the final fight, which we'll be looking at, is Tabitha Ricci defeated Poliana Viana via a unanimous decision. That was the opening fight of the night. But I was baffled by Viana's
fighting style, and she's done this before, where she's happy to almost jump guard or not fight the takedown at all. I know she can be effective off her back, but trying to rely on that as a fight principle is generally not a good idea. And what's Ricky to do? I mean, she had to tough it out of a few submission attempts, a guillotine being the most closest one to trouble her. But other than that, it was a pretty standard night's work for her, really. It was made too easy for her. We could say a knockout in 20 seconds in the first round could be easy, yeah. But, they did fight through the rounds, but Vienna was just giving her easy options. I mean, if someone's going to take you down and be working from a top position, you really want to make sure you've taken as much out of them as you can with your takedown defense before they get you down, so that you can either scramble back up or actually make a functional submission. But, Ricky was getting Vienna down because Vienna wasn't fighting it at all. She was just accepting it. And, Ricky was just had too much energy about her. She couldn't do anything with her. Just a baffling performance, really, at UFC level. She's going to definitely have to change it if Vienna wants to become impactful in any way in UFC. She's got to change that. I imagine her corner wasn't too happy with that performance, to be honest.
No, I don't think so. It was a strange one in some ways. Just to kind of finish up, I think we'll just do very, very quick predictions for the Cage Warriors next week, because that's next weekend, which is shaping up to be some incredible stuff.
Really Cage Warriors are so hard to predict. I find they're so hard because Ian Dean is so good at matchmaking them. You're like,
it's difficult, isn't it? You can't pick them. I don't even think I think we might do UFC picks instead. But the performance of the night award went to Chidi Nakwani for his knockout. Fight of the night, and fight of the night went to Pereira and Santiago Ponzinibbio. And another one was Chase Hooper on the prelims after he finished with a ground and pound in the third round. So they were that was the awards for this evening. Ben Doherty will probably be back with us next week to talk boxing. But I'm glad I kind of decided to leave Ben for this evening. There wasn't loads of boxing to talk about. I was aware that I wasn't feeling great, and I also knew that Umer was going to be a sensational guest. So I wanted to, rather than be like stuck for time, give us a bit of wiggle room for that. So the next UFC card is a belter. It's a belter. The main event is Alexander Volkov versus Jairzinho Rosenstruck.
Yeah, that's going to be a good banger. I'm going to enjoy watching that. Rosenstruck could do it. I mean, he's monstrous coming forward, but I just think the range of Volkov, I just think that's going to be a little bit too much. It's going to be telling. I'm going to go Volkov on this one.
Yeah, I think I would go Volkov too. So next weekend there's no UFC, but there is obviously there's Cage Warriors, which is going to be a sensational show. The return of Oban Elliott, the debut of George Tanasa is going to be fascinating because they've matched him up on his debut with Scott Pedersen, which is no easy debut fight.
That's not easy. But to be honest, who's having an easy introduction to Cage Warriors these days? The level is... No,
I know that, but like Scott has looked pretty good, haven't he, in his last few fights? I think there was one where he struggled a bit, but he generally has looked like he's improving at quite a rapid pace. But I also know that Georgita Tanasa, for his full name, is very highly rated. So maybe they're thinking, chuck him in and show what you can do. But I'm also delighted to announce that next Sunday our guest is Georgita Tanasa. So literally going to be coming off the sort of the day or two after his fight. He's going to be joining myself and you. So it's just looking. Is it a 2-day Cage Warriors in Colchester?
I believe so.
Yes, it is. So just to name a couple of the fights which we've got.
I'll be at one of them.
So the first night we've got Adam Cullen versus Arnold Kafala and Matt Bonner versus Joel Kujada, which is the main the main card. main events, if you like, the two main events. There's a few French dudes on this card, I noticed.
Yeah, Cage Warriors do have quite a few French lads on, though, don't they?
Yeah. And then on so that's the Thursday, is it? And then 28th of May is all sorts of mayhem. You've got James Webb versus Leon Alio at middleweight main event, and you've got Luke Shanks versus Josh Reed. That fight is going to be bananas, mate.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Especially the way Luke was talking last week, as if he's going to like stand and bang with him. That could be just.
I reckon
all kinds of levels are crazy.
That will be the case to start off, but I almost guarantee you Luke Shanks will try and grind him down. I think he'll be pressing up against the fence trying to get takedowns.
That also plays into Josh Reed's kind of game plan. Like he doesn't mind standing and banging, and he does it well. But he also likes to grind his opponents down against the cage, and I'm really interested by that. I think it's a phenomenal matchup by
it's going to be who's going to be
Ian Dean doing the business, mate, again. And then we've got Orlando Prince versus your very own Tom Mearns, which I know you're very much looking forward to. Is Tom sharp and ready to go, mate?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's been doing great. He's been doing lots of grappling tournaments or like super fights grappling, and he's been winning them all. So, yeah, he's got that flavour of victory in his mouth, settled and comfortable. You know, he went through some hard times a few years back, but he's on absolute winning ways. And as long as we can keep him on this trajectory, he could be making noises for some title shouts if he keeps knocking up these wins.
Yes, indeed. Then we got Conor Hignett fights Lupoli. That's going to be a good fight at flyweight. One which I'm really looking forward to is Herkos Lukusanos versus Oban Elliott at welterweight. It's going to be interesting what version of Oban we get, because he lost to Figlak. He came back, looked incredible, and then got caught the next one. Yeah. Again. And like, he looked so good in the one where he came back after the Figlak fight, but it's so difficult to get that run of wins in.
And in the big scheme, look, he's still inexperienced. So he's still
young, mate.
He's probably still just trying to find himself. So you have to give him a little bit of room to find his way there. But he's full of potential, and I'm sure he'll start fulfilling that potential once he finds his feet in there. Maybe it'll start from this fight onwards. At least I hope so, being that we're a fan of his here on Podcast Nations. I really wish the best for him.
Yeah, 100%. And I think I think there's something to be said as well. Is he's obviously in the same gym as Jack Shaw. He came in and finished 4 guys in no time. He's very good at talking. So whenever he's done interviews in the post after in the cage, he's kind of good at promos and that sort of thing. So he kind of got a following, and he made a name for himself really quick. And you get the comparisons to Jack because they're from the same thing. They're both undefeated at that point. And then you lose, and then you come back, and then he's young, mate, still. So plenty to come from him. I've heard good things, so we'll see. And then obviously George Tanasa versus Scott Pedersen. I'm fascinated by that. And obviously, literally 2 days later, he's going to be on with us. So hopefully he won't be too battered and bruised from their fight. He can't do it. So yes, George Tanasa next week. I can't even remember who's on the week after.
I've got a few in the pipeline that we can get on. You might have remembered
two booked, haven't I? On the 5th and 12th.
I had the Hardwick brothers training at our gym. That was pretty a couple of really nice lads. And tell you what, good level as well. It's great watching them spar with some of our lads. It's brilliant. Some super nice guys, and I think they're going to be coming up again. So it could be a semi-regular thing. They have got a bit of distance to travel, but they've got reasons to come up our way, and we'll always accommodate them. So it's been great rubbing shoulders with them. We also had, I can't remember his bloody second name. We've had some top grapplers as well come up our way. And these are all people that I'm dropping hints about coming on to the show.
Podcast then?
Yeah. I'd like to, Kev Capel is another one that we should get on, which we touched
definitely.
on. He would be awesome to have on. Really, really would. And Indigo King. He's one of our grapplers. So he doesn't do the MMA so much. He does play around with some of the striking, but he's one of our grapplers. But he helps get people like Jordan, Tom Mearns. He's a big influencer on them getting ready in terms of being a training partner for their grappling. A very, very tasty grappler. He's been getting invited to grappling events to do fight matches, and he keeps winning. And I'm not surprised, he's one of our very own. Of course, I'm going to sing his praises, but I don't have to sing his praises. He does it himself by these awesome performances. So well done on him again over the weekend, notching up yet another win against a tough opponent. So, yeah, I'd love to get him on. Super nice lad and very, very intelligent. It'd be awesome to have on here.
Yes, indeed. And I've got a couple booked in as well now for the next couple of weeks because got someone joining us from America and a few others. So it's lots to discuss as always, mate. And I'm still waiting for the nod for you and Jordan to come down to Cardiff.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Jordan. I can be fairly flexible in between fight events that obviously got to be to on any given weekend. But yeah, when Jordan's ready to do it, let's get this done.
Let's rock and roll, baby. Right, guys, as always, it's been a pleasure. We'll be back next week for another episode. Join me throughout the week for the Rodri Gig Show and other episodes, my story and stuff like that, as well as patreon.com/A.C.E Podcast Nation for exclusive content series, including our adult comedy series, The Boot and the Limp, among other things. We've got lots of good stuff behind the scenes, behind the members, and that members section, that basically keeps the channel going, keeps it afloat. There's a limited amount of spaces at the moment for half price. So you get the £5 here for £2.50 a month, but there's only a certain amount of spaces. So it's first come, first served. And if you don't get in there, you don't get the space. We'll see you next week. I'll see you Monday. See you later. Cheerio.